I sucked it in, it looks good.
The second one looked better. I took the second one.
Yeah. And then
Let's just think
Okay, the next stop on the tour will be over there where it says exhibits. That's the old exhibit building. Show them your ticket, they'll let you in. If you want to go back into the visitor center, go up the roadway on the right side, up to where you originally came in. Go down the stairs, through the metal detector, show them your ticket, they'll let you in one extra time. Any questions?
how do we go to the parking lot?
That way.
Just from outside?
The other side of the road.
Is everyone that works here some private?
Basically what it is that the Bureau does as it regards the Colorado River, where the dams are, where the irrigation projects are, power plants, recreation areas, all the things that we can do on the Colorado River today. Program lasts 10 minutes. When it's over, you can exit out this door right here, or if you like, if you have any questions for me or want to look at anything else in there, again, you can do that as well. So let me go ahead and start this up for you. Folks still have tickets from the visitor center over there? Okay, yeah, you need to have those tickets to leave the building. Yeah. You do. I'm getting ready to start filming the program in here if you'd like to. Yes, that works. Okay, well, I gotta start this program right now, so.
Welcome to Hoover Dam, one of the Bureau of Reclamation's world-famous multi-purpose structures which help put the great rivers of the West to work. Before you is a topographical model showing portions of 7 western states that share the waters of the Colorado River and its tributaries. In the foreground is the Colorado River. Rising in the snow-capped Rocky Mountains, the river flows 1,400 miles through mountains and desert toward the Gulf of California. In the background lie the Great Mojave Desert and Death Valley. And in the distance are the metropolitan centers of Southern California as well as the Pacific Ocean. A single sweep of the eye takes in the upper and lower Colorado rivers, which include portions of Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, and California. 1/12 of the continental United States is drained by this great river system. The Colorado, for centuries, was one of the world's wildest rivers. Melting snow in the mountains each spring swelled the river's flow, transforming it into a raging torrent. Time and again, the low, flat valleys in Arizona and Southern California were flooded. Then, as the river receded, millions of tons of topsoil were deposited on the land, creating fertile deltas as rich as anywhere on Earth. Early settlers, recognizing the fertility of the soil, irrigated the valleys directly from the river. They tried to protect their lands from floods by constructing levees, but levees were feeble safeguards, and during major floods, the valleys were at the mercy of the uncontrolled river. The worst flood disaster occurred in 1905, when the river broke through the headworks of the Alamo Canal and poured into the Imperial Valley in Southern California to form the Salton Sea. 16 months of tedious labor were required to restore the river to its former channel. But the threat of flood was not the only problem posed by the unruly river. After the springtime floods and runoff, the river's flow generally dwindled, and at times its lower tributaries dried up completely. Then crops withered and died, and all living things were faced with water shortage. After years of unsuccessfully trying to cope with the unpredictable river, it became apparent that the only solution to the problem was to construct a dam to eliminate the cycles of flood and drought in the lower basin. The two main objectives were, first, to control floods to protect areas along the river, and second, to store water to irrigate the fertile desert soils during periods of drought. To meet these objectives, reclamation engineers proposed the Boulder Canyon project, which included Hoover Dam and a large conveyance canal entirely within the boundaries of the United States, that is, an all-American canal, to deliver irrigation water to the Imperial Valley. By controlling floods and storing water, the dam would regulate the river's flow year-round, furnishing silt-free water to farms, homes, and factories. A hydroelectric plant at the dam to generate power for the Southwest was included in the plan. With the scope of the problem defined, reclamation engineers spent years studying and planning the project. Congress in 1928 approved the Boulder Canyon Project Act, which included Hoover Dam, the infrastructure needed to build the dam, and the All-American Canal. Construction of Hoover Dam began in 1931. The structure was dedicated in 1935. Revenues from the sale of power have paid back to the federal treasury with interest the entire cost of the project. The reservoir created by Hoover Dam is named Lake Mead. Measured by volume, it is the largest man-made reservoir in the United States and can hold and store 2 years' normal flow of the Colorado River. Managed by the National Park Service, Lake Mead National Recreation Area has become one of the nation's most popular playgrounds. More than 9 million persons visit the area each year to swim, fish, go boating, camp, and enjoy other outdoor sports. Regulation of Lake Mead is based on anticipated runoff from the mountain regions and on water requirements downstream. Normally, only enough water to meet downstream demands is released through the power plant turbines. The Boulder Canyon project has led to the full utilization of water available to the lower Colorado River basin. Many features of the Bureau of Reclamation's Colorado River Storage Project are operated to assist upper basin states in using their shares of Colorado River water. The huge upper basin dams hold back high runoff to even out the river flows and thereby permit increased beneficial use of water in the upper basin states. These dams include Glen Canyon Dam in Arizona on the Colorado River, 370 miles above Hoover Dam. Flaming Gorge Dam on the Green River in Utah, near the Wyoming border. Navajo Dam on the San Juan River in New Mexico. And Blue Mesa, Morrow Point, and Crystal Dams on the Gunnison River in Colorado. Authorized participating projects provide water for nearly 3 million acres of land in Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming. They also add almost 1.4 million kilowatts to the upper basin's 1.8 million kilowatts of hydroelectric power capacity. Hoover Dam's control of the Colorado River also made the construction of other dams downstream possible. 67 miles below Hoover Dam is Davis Dam, an earth and rock-filled structure. Construction of this reclamation project was required by a treaty with Mexico to regulate the delivery of water to that country. The Davis power plant generates 1.2 billion kilowatt hours of energy annually for Arizona, Nevada, and Southern California. Lake Mojave above Davis Dam is part of the Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Like Lake Mead, it offers opportunities for boating, fishing, and other water sports. Parker Dam, 88 miles below Davis Dam, was constructed by the Bureau of Reclamation with funds advanced by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Lake Havasu, behind Parker Dam, provides a four-way and desilting basin for the district's Colorado River Aqueduct, which delivers Colorado River water to the Los Angeles and San Diego metropolitan areas. Parker Dam also generates nearly 500 million kilowatt hours of electricity annually, much of which is used for pumping water along the aqueduct through the mountains to the coast. Water for the Central Arizona project is also pumped out of Lake Havasu. This water flows southeastward via aqueduct to cities, farms, and industries in the Phoenix and Tucson areas. 15 miles below Parker Dam is Headgate Rock Dam. Built by the Bureau of Indian Affairs, Headgate Rock Dam diverts water to lands of the Colorado River Indian Reservation near the town of Parker, Arizona. Palo Verde Diversion Dam, 43 miles below Headgate Rock Dam, diverts water to lands of the Palo Verde Valley, the oldest irrigation development on the Colorado River. The valley was settled in the late 1800s by Thomas H. Blythe, for whom the city of Blythe, California was named. 88 miles below the Palo Verde Diversion Dam is Senator Wash Dam and Regulating Reservoir, an off-stream pump storage development on the California side of the Colorado River. It is designed to save water and improve deliveries to water users in the United States and Mexico. 2 miles downstream from Senator Wash Dam are Imperial Dam and the All-American Canal desilting works. These installations accomplished the diversion of the Colorado River that the early settlers had struggled so valiantly but unsuccessfully to do. On the east side of Imperial Dam, water is diverted through the Gila Canal to the Gila Project in Arizona. On the west side, water is diverted through the All-American Canal to the Imperial and Coachella Valleys in California. Part of the All-American Canal diversion is for the Yuma Project in Arizona and California. The desilting works remove river silt that would otherwise fill up and clog the canals and irrigation ditches. 8 hydroelectric plants along the All-American Canal generate electric energy for use in the irrigated areas. In this simulated night scene, you see some of the areas supplied with power from Hoover Dam. More than 1/2 of the electric energy generated at the Hoover Power Plant is marketed in Los Angeles and Southern California coastal areas. And so today, Hoover Dam stands like a mighty sentinel in Black Canyon, keeping guard over downstream regions. Lying calmly above the dam are the waters of Lake Mead, waters that once carried the threat of devastation, but which are now harnessed to serve mankind. Crossing mountains and deserts are columns of transmission line towers carrying 4 billion kilowatt hours of electric energy annually throughout the Southwest. Downstream, far from the dam, the river flows gently, offering its waters to 1.8 million acres of land and more than 25 million persons for domestic and industrial uses. Sparkling reservoirs and controlled river flows provide hundreds of acres of fish and wildlife habitat and recreational venues. These enduring benefits are the true significance of the Boulder Canyon Project, which has transformed the Colorado River into a mighty resource, thereby enhancing the lives of all inhabitants of the Great Southwest.